guys, how are you doing? I hope that you're happy, you're blessed. I am so excited to be here. My name is Rachel Kahugo, and today we are here for Edified Woman. And as I say every time, is that Edified Woman is really at my heart. Yani, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you for choosing to watch Edified Woman. And this is season 2 of Edified Woman. Now, this is when we are talking about very many things, but generally about becoming. And to be able to just help the people in general, but the women who know what they're doing or know what they want to do, but they are in the journey of doing that. Yeah. And just to help them become and to help them get to their place of calling, to help them live their purpose as they should. And we hope and pray that this episode will be able to do that and that this episode will edify. Now, today's episode is very special to me, and I know that it will be very special to you as well, because we have a woman who is doing super amazing, not only in Nakuru, but in the country as well. This is a woman that I have known for a couple of years now. She's a beautiful lady, but also akiongea utasikiza, and we've seen her living out what I would term as her purpose. And so today we'd like to talk about that. Today we are having a powerful conversation with Nancy Ndegwa, aka Mama Street. The first time I heard about Mama Street, I was like, Mama Street ni nani? What do you mean Mama Street? And so she has done an amazing job. Her heart truly beats for the streets, for the street kids, and for the women in general. And so today we'll be having that conversation with her. So tune in. We are very happy to have you. Please subscribe if it's your first time here, and share this link. If you're seeing this on Instagram and YouTube, and subscribe and share. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of this already. Now, before we start, is that we have our merchandise. Support us by buying merchandise. Production is not even funny, and you want us here every week, don't you? Thank you very much. So buy our merchandise. We have hoodies, we have sweatpants, we have caps. The next episode tutakuwa nazo. We have caps, and we have notebooks as well. Also, we'd like for you to partner with us. So you can partner with us. Call the number right here. Producer Charles, I hope America, because if not. So call the number or text the number on WhatsApp. And you can partner with us to advertise with us on Edified Woman. Others, karibu sana. Mama Street, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Niko salama.
Let me start you. You look amazing.
Thank you. You so look good. Thank you.
Give me very white. Sounded black.
This is the first show I'm having in 2026.
For real?
So I said, let me try and do my best.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Super amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for honoring our invites.
Thank you also for inviting me. I truly feel honored.
Yeah.
It feels good to be here.
Yeah. Tumepanga.
Asante.
Tumepanga kweli kweli. We're very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
So for the people who are maybe seeing you for the very first time, and we're mentioning about Mama Street.
Yes.
Maybe let's start with who is Nancy? Behind the title, behind Mama Street, behind everything that you do, because you have a lot of heart that we're talking about. Nancy ni nani?
Nancy is a young girl or a young lady.
Yeah.
Who was called into ministry at a young age. She loves being with people and for the people. So everything I do, apart from being a calling, it is for the people. If it is leadership, if it is in my personal life, if it is in terms of business, I do things to impact people. So, and she's very single, by the way.
Very important. Very important.
And very young. When I say young, I'm turning 26 this year. This year. Najua watu wanaonaka mwili wanadhani tuko na miaka mingi. Lakini lazima tukue mama.
Yes, very young girl.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're doing amazing in the streets of Nakuru.
Thank you.
There's so much to talk about from being Mama Streets.
Yes.
But maybe let's start with how you go to the streets every Sunday to feed the street kids.
Yes.
Hii story ilitoka wapi?
Hii story tulianza back in 2021.
Yeah.
I was in Nairobi, a place called Kibiti.
Yeah.
And in all my interviews I've always mentioned at a friend's place called Joy Godwin's.
Okay.
where I had gone to visit because I had lost my job. And then I decided hii mambo ya kukaa nyumbani unaambiwa na mzazi kila siku amka ukatafute kazi kidogo inakupea pressure na haupati hiyo kazi. So I decided to go and try a new life in Nairobi, a place called Kirigiti. So when I was there, I had a very clear instruction from God that I should come back in Nakuru and feed. So when I woke up and I told my friend, nimeambiwa hivi na hivi. The good thing, she was also ni mtu amejazwa na roho, akaniambia that's the voice of God. But tukaulizana sasa tutatoa wapi pesa? Yeye mimi sina pesa, yeye hana pesa.
Kwanza this time you now lost your job.
Yes. So mimi niko tu freelancer nikaa kwa wenyewe. Maisha isonge bora nakula na nalala, mimi niko sawa. So when I was there now we decided to we prayed about it and then sasa tukasema let's risk tufanye. And I remember I called my mom and my friend tukachanga pesa tukaunda. I had a name for the organization. Tukaunda logo. Alafu nikasema wacha nikuje Nakuru. Coming back in Nakuru, my first time to go to a prayer center was during that season. It was on 25th of December 2021. I spent my time with the street children. Lakini sina kitu ya kuwapea, tunakula story. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Mko salama. And that was my first time to interact with street children. And it was very divine because when I came back to Nakuru, nilikuja kama nimeanza kutafuta venue. Natafuta venue na sina pesa ya kuwafeed. So around along the corridors of Nakuru nikakutana na my primary head girl. She's called Miriam. Akaniuliza, "Nancy, you look a bit confused. What are you looking for?" Kama nimetoka Nyayo Garden wamesema siwezi fanya feeding hapo. Nimetoka hapo kwa National Bank wamesema siwezi fanya feeding hapo. Akasema nataka kufanya feeding ya nini? Nikamwambia street children. Akaniambia, "Let me connect you to a guy called Chris. He feeds the street children. Atakuintroduce to the street commanders." And so Chris was not available that day. He said he would be available on 25th. So on 25th Chris akakuja kanipeleka base. Sasa mimi nikafika base nikapendeka. Na hapo sasa ndio safari yangu na street children ilianza. Then after that nikakuja nikaenda Prayer Mountain and I asked God, nimepata venue, nimepata watoto. Na hata nilikuwa nasema nitalisha watoto 100, nimepata wako 500. Mungu tutawapea nini date 1? Kwa sababu already nimeshaunda poster nikasema tutafeed on it first. God told me, you just go, I'll connect you to the right people. And truly God is very faithful. He connected me to the right people who came and we fed 500 people. My first event ungeiona, ungedhani I'm very rich. We had tents, we had a red carpet, we had seats.
Nice.
We fed 500 children, we gave them blankets, we gave them croc shoes. God made it very divine. And then by good luck and by God's mercies, mtu wa NTV akapita hapo kando, akapiga picha, akaweka kwa gazeti, akasema young girl feeding street children. Hata hakuweka jina yangu na hakuweka picha yangu, aliweka picha ya watoto. Lakini nikasema hapa iko Mungu. It's a beautiful start.
And you know, I think it's very interesting how God will give you such a huge dream.
Yes.
When you're at a space where you can't even feed yourself.
Exactly.
And you're thinking, God hapa tukue tu serious. What are we doing here?
Kwa sababu hiyo time tulichanga pesa ya logo. Na tukachanga pesa yangu hata fare nilipewa na rafiki yangu nirudi Nakuru.
And you're coming to feed 500 kids.
I actually even said they are 100. Kufika ground. Ground ni tofauti. Ni watu 500.
Now apart from feeding, Reel's Hand of Love.
Yes.
What do you do in that company? Because that's the mother company.
Yes.
So what else do you do? What's the company about?
For us, the more as the vision grows, God continues opening your vision and making you understand the reason as to why He brought you to do that work. Reel's Hand of Love is a CBO, community-based organization, and our main focus is to depopulate the streets. Because for us, we believe the streets are not place for any child or any human to stay. So we don't only feed them, we rescue, we rehabilitate, we reintegrate, we go and reintegrate the children back home and we reunify them with their families. We educate. Currently we have 16 boys in school. And kama hii mwaka tuko na mwenye amejoin grade 7 kuna mwenye amejoin Jomo Kenyatta Girls grade 10.
Nice.
So we also
And
do
we need for
family
Edified
empowerment.
to be here. Makofi.
Asante.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you. So
Wow.
most people think we only feed on Sunday, but we don't only feed on Sunday.
Yeah,
there's so much happening behind the scenes. If you become a partner, you'll be able to get our daily updates, or when you follow us on our website or on our social media handles. We do family empowerment.
Yeah.
For us, we believe in making a human live like a human being. So if it's a child, what are the basic needs of a child? That is food, education, good shelter. Those are the basic needs. If it's a human, they need employment, they need a house. So we don't only feed. Feeding is just a point of us interacting with the children, so that you can be able to know what are their needs. And they come in different needs. If it's a child, they need education. If it's a grown-up, they're those who wants to go to vocational, they're those who wants to start a business. So Ibada Mtaani is a program to connect us with the street connected persons, where we offer spiritual nourishment to them and preach Jesus to them, where we also believe in changing the streets through Jesus and the word of God. But apart from that, on that Sunday, we always have several reintegrations. If there's a program that has given me and a high number of reintegration, is Ibada Mtaani. Yeah.
That's nice. What would you say is something that people don't understand about life in the streets?
People think life in the streets is a choice, especially when they find adults. Unasikianga kimwambia ama watoto unasikia mwambia wewe ulitoroka nyumbani ukuje uduru. But I wish to say as Mama Street, that is a total lie, because not all. Yes, there's 1% that have come to the streets because of will, out of truancy. Mtoto naturally ni mremi, hataki kubadilika, but majority of them are in the streets because of broken families, because of lack of love at home, because of dysfunctional families, and it has forced them to end up in the streets. So it was not a choice. If it was a choice, this child, when we are doing rescue, will not be willing to be rescued and be reintegrated back home. And that's why we are now introducing, because the government said they're closing down children's home by the year 2030, which is a good thing. They're advocating for families to be back together. And that's why you find when we are doing reintegration, if the child was coming from a family that has a problem, we reintegrate to the kinship. Peleka kwa shosho yake, unapeleka kwa auntie yake, a place where a child will be comfortable to speak out, because you know the current generation we are having is not like ile ya wazazi wetu. Ya wazazi wetu wangepitia mashida na wavumilie. But right now we have children who are so much exposed that they even know their own rights. Unamfanyia kitu anakuambia violate my human rights. So when we understand that the generation of children we are raising right now, they are more aware, we will be able to treat them with much love and understand that people are not on the streets by choice.
Sure. What is, or rather, how does the life in the streets affect women and kids specifically differently? And I know when we talk about the streets, mostly we talk about women and kids. But here we have men as well. But how would you say it affects women and kids differently?
For the women and the kids, one, they stand at a high risk of being violated in terms of human rights, especially where they are raped. For the young children, they are sodomized. Number two, they have not yet adjusted to viewing the street as a survival. This is in terms of food. This is in terms of shelter. This is in terms of clothes. The high numbers of death that we are having in the streets are for the young children. Kwa sababu mtoto ametoroka nyumbani kwa sababu ya reasons tofauti, or a girl, and then they come in the streets. One, it is cold. This child is not used to such kind of an environment. So atagonjeka pneumonia na akufe. So these children, I call them very fragile, for the girls and the children. Sababu unajua mtu mkubwa ata survive, atajua vile kumanage. Na pia atajua vile atakaa. But for the young girls and for the children, They're very fragile.
Yeah.
They do not know how to survive on the streets, and that's why you end up seeing a lot of deaths of children, a lot of deaths of young girls.
Yeah.
Because one, especially for children, they did not choose this life for themselves. Because remember, apart from those children that are coming from homes, there are also children who are born in the streets. So these are totally different breed that is very innocent, that are paying for mistakes that they are not theirs.
Yeah.
So this is what we say, it is generational inheritance of problems. Because unapata mtoto amezaliwa kwa street, number one anaanza kupigwa na baridi. Number two, this child is not guaranteed of food. So hata safety. Kanjua akikuja usiku wakisema wanafanya swap, watoto wanapigwa. Polisi wakikuja kukuwa na insecurity town wapigwe, watoto wanaumia. So for girls and children, they stand at a very high risk compared to the grown-up boys because of they're very fragile, and because of how their needs are also very different. Like for girls, they need sanitary towels. For a young child, they need food to survive.
Yeah. Okay. And maybe this is just where we call to you, our viewer, and anyone who would want to partner. If you'd like to bring, and I think this is very important, if you'd like to bring food or sanitary towels to Mama Streets as a way of giving them to the kids who are in the streets, we'll give you a number to partner. So if you feel in your heart that you prompted to help, resist. Sawa, thank you very much. Nancy, how is it for you being a mother to very many kids who are not yours biologically?
Being a mother to children who are not mine biologically. Number two, being a mother when I am not yet a mother biologically. So you can imagine the transition. Because when I came into the streets, the children started calling me Mama Street. I had now to put on the shoe to be empathetic, to be motherly.
How do you even learn all that?
Unafunzwa na ulimwengu.
Unafunzwa na dunia.
Unafunzwa na dunia. Because you can imagine, Rachel, I go in the streets and somebody, mtu ya 40 years, aniita mom. Na mimi hata sijagonga 30.
I know, right? And I can only imagine at this point, you really need to be a mom.
You need
Whereas
to be a mom.
A part of you needs a mom as well.
Yes. So I learned it from my mother. Anytime I feel I'm not okay, I listen to counsel. I listen to people who advise me. So I learned to be empathetic. As Mama Street, I had to learn how to be empathetic, how to be motherly, how to be so loving, how to correct and rebuke with love, and how not to hold grudges. Because for these children, especially that, these children, majority of them came to the streets because they needed love. So if I don't give them that love that they are looking for, they will end up looking for it elsewhere, where they might be misguided. And that's why we are having a Sunday outreach where they come and tell me, Nancy, hii wiki kumekuwa hivi. I might not be able to solve all the problems of 1,000 and something children in the streets of Nakuru, but I can be able to help where I can.
I think that's very interesting. When you mentioned about how these people will come and tell you how the week has been, and open up to them, and you have to show them the love of a mother, then I'm thinking about how you have to build yourself as a person. Because you're pouring out sana. You know, every week it's about you giving love, you giving support. Where do you get all these? Is there any time you feel like, akinimechoka, I'm not discouraged, I need to sit and receive the love that I give?
That is so true, because one, mtu usikia fatigue na una break down because you taking in so much and at the same time you are receiving so less. So personally, I learned previously I used to have a lot of breakdown because I had not known how to separate my personal life and ministry. So anytime I will break down, I could not be able to, ilikuwa ngumu ku rise up. But nowadays I decided now, ikifika kama ni jioni, unless there's emergency, my phone is always on loudspeaker, especially at night, because they call when there is emergencies. Kanjo wamekuja kutuvuruga, polisi wamekuja kutuvuruga, and I have to come at midnight in town. Yes, I'm their mother. I have to come and understand wameshikwa, wanafaa kutolewa, such things. I show up. But for me, I draw from a well that is pure, from church, from my God. Personally, from God, because anytime I feel fatigued, what encourages and motivates me more is that God did it before, He will do it now. Because I am not drawing from people's testimonies. I am drawing from my own testimonies that I told God, please do this for me. And He did it. Na akanitoa from feeding, akanifunza kuwa na rescue center. Like there is growth in my ministry. Number 2, I listen. I'm a listener. Anytime I feel I'm not okay, I have mentors, the likes of my chairman of our board, Joseph Omondi, Shamsher Gilani, my bishop, chosen generation, Bishop Ben Nanga, Reverend Patricia. I go and tell them, I feel this is not moving on well. What should I do? And the advice, and also my family. Me 99% jioni nakuwa kwa mama yangu. Natoka kwa mama yangu around 9, 10. If I'm around Nakuru, whenever I feel I'm not okay, I go home. I have dinner at my mom's place. Then I leave and go to my house. So I put family close. My confidence are my family, my mother, my sister, and my brother. And then now I extend it to my mentors. Na hii maneno ya best friend kidogo ina drainigi, I try and limit myself.
We will talk about that before you pick women. We will talk about that in another episode.
I limit my circle because people have so much expectations that I might not be able to meet them. So tukutane, tuongee, tufurahiane. Kitoka uniruhusu tu niende nipumzike. Niko na kesi ya fulani ako hospitali, niko na kesi ya fulani ameshikwa, fulani anaenda court siku fulani, fulani alitoroka nyumbani, fulani anahitaji nini shule. I might not be able to handle that.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yes.
But I love the fact that you mentioned about family.
Yes.
And maybe let's touch on that a little bit. For any woman out there, and I know families are not always, for some people, sadly, the best place to be. But how does family shape you as a woman, and any other woman who's listening? Why is it important for them to have family very close to them?
It is very important to have family close because one, you learn by seeing. Hata bila kuambiwa. As we grew up, there are things we saw in our homes, and you said, hii sitabeba, hii nitabeba, hii sitabeba, and all that. By just seeing, you're able to learn a lot. And I tell people the best place that you can learn is family because they have some genuinity. When it comes to friendships, there's a lot of fakeness out there. And when there's a lot of fakeness, people will give you the version that they are not. But when you go back home, your mom will be very true to you. Your siblings, like me, my younger sister, ananiambianga, ai, wewe unavaa kama mama. Namwambia wacha nivae kama mama kwa sababu mimi ni mama. Mimi nikivaa crop top nikienda kwa street, these children will not identify me as their mother. So that's a genuine comment. And that tells me no one else will tell me. And my mom knows my weakness. My family knows my weakness. So they will tell me as it is. Nitakasirika lakini nitarudi nikae chini nione kidogo ni ukweli. But because we live in a world that is very fake. People will not tell you the truth about you and what you need to correct. So me, I advise people, go back home. Those people know you. They know your weaknesses. They know your strengths. Yes, sometimes support does not come from family. That I totally agree. Me nikianza huduma, I have always told people and I keep repeating, I had a very hard time convincing my family, especially my mom, that God has called me to ministry.
Anashangaa what are you saying?
In fact, alikuwa ananiuliza, nilisomesha mtoto waende afanye kazi. Umekuja kuniambia ati Mungu amekuita. Mungu amekuita aje? My mom is a staunch Catholic. So hiyo mambo ya kuongeleshwa na Mungu yaje. Hata sidhani atawaielewa hiyo leo. She calls me a risk taker. So but because she understands me best and she wants the best of me, she will always tell me the truth. So people go back to family, it will shape your morals and it will correct you.
I love that. How has being Mama Street and all this work you do, how has that shaped your identity as a woman?
Being Mama Street has shaped me as a woman in terms of the kind of person that I am. It has taught me to be empathetic. It has taught me to be real. It has taught me to be motherly. It has taught me to be a person for the people. I think hata nikienda kwa kina ndoa nitakuwa mzuri.
Clearly. And we pray so, because I mean, nasemanga it's a learning curve.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. So it has really shaped a lot about me. When I was younger, and before I had Ria's Hand of Love, Rachel, me naturally, I'm a very straightforward person. Now, one thing that ministry has taught me is patience. I was not a patient person. Hata saizi kidogo najaribu. I really try. Especially kuvumilia watu. When I know I've told you what to do and you're not doing it right. But ministry has really shaped me and taught me a lot of patience. Being Mama Street and also molding me into the kind of woman in terms of leadership, in terms of ministry, it has really helped me. And then hiyo jina Mama Street, naturally, I have to stay like a Mama Street because there are things I cannot do. Sababu pia nachunga jina. Sasa hiyo jina inanifinyilia, lakini ni sawa.
Inakuweka mahali
nafaa.
I think that's really good. Maybe, I wish you had like a million hours to talk about this in the director naona shanza kuniambia. But what you're doing is really impactful.
Thank you.
And when we speak about purpose and we speak about identity and even becoming for a woman, maybe this is what you look at. To be able to do what you know that you're called to do without feeling like you're limited. But maybe what would you say purpose or identity is for anyone who's listening and they're saying, let us get what I'm called to do to start with. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just know there's something I'm supposed to do and I'm not there yet. What should you tell this person? What exactly is purpose or identity?
For me, I'll define purpose and identity as what God has called you to do on earth. Every human being on earth has an assignment given by God. We do not have the same assignments. Me, I was called into the streets. There's someone else who was called to do widows. Rachel, you were called to come and inspire women through media. Someone else was called to do something different. That is purpose or identity. And when you identify your purpose and you walk in it, the journey becomes smooth. Because now people will identify you through that identity and through that purpose. The reason why I'm called Mama Street is because I deal with street children only. And the reason why people will be calling you Rachel wa media is because you work in media. So for me, I'll define purpose as something, an assignment that God has called you to do. And I'll encourage people to listen to the voice of God. Because one, for you to identify the voice of God in you, you must also be able to understand who you are. Na Mungu hawezi kukupea assignment kama una hiyo character trait. And lazima kama mimi I'm very tough. Mungu akanituma kwa street kwa sababu anajua nikisema wewe. Kama alikuwa anachukua vitu ya watu anarudisha. Kama alikuwa anafanya kazi ambayo si yake anaacha. Because God has to shape you depending on your character. Kuna watu wamebarikiwa tofauti. We have intercessors who pray for the country and pray for people's families and the church. We have people who are looking after widows. We have politicians. That is also peer purpose ya life.
Yeah.
So kila mtu akae kwa purpose yake na usikize sauti ya Mungu. God will direct.
It's good that you mentioned about character because I know there are people who tend to water down their character or what they do because they feel like someone else is better. So I try to copy what you do because I think this is such a beautiful path. Maybe let's try and do what you're doing to see kama nitakuwa sawa. And so maybe this is to mention that your character, as long as it's good character, but your character, grow in it and thrive in it without feeling like anyone will water you down. You're loud, good. You're an introvert, okay. Whatever it is that you are as a person, it's beautiful. And so, nilisema napenda kupenda stories sana. But maybe we'll attach this a photo or not. Hopefully I'll get it. Kuna mali nilikuwa jana and I saw a tree and ilikuwa dry kidogo but huko juu ilikuwa na flowers and it looked so beautifully. So beautiful. And so what I thought about the tree was it looks so good like this as much as it could dry, but it gives it some level of beauty. And I thought as human beings we really love to be perfect.
Yeah.
We'd think lazima ikuwe very healthy, very green with a lot of flowers for it to be beautiful.
Yeah.
But even with the dry patches, it looks so beautiful bado. So we shouldn't try and look for the perfection bits.
Yes.
To feel like this is the perfect picture that makes me who I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So just how you are, you're amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. What has it costed you to be who you are today?
It has costed me a lot. It has costed me a lot in terms of I've lost a lot of friends. I told you I'm a person of the people, but I'm a loner. Me, I tell people there's a difference between kujulikana na watu na kukuwa na marafiki. Mimi najulikana na watu. Even my contact list, it's people who know me. Nancy anafanya kitu fulani, Nancy on the street. But ministry separated me from the crowd. It has also costed me finances because you have sometimes projects watoto wako shule, hakuna partners, hakuna donors. It has really costed me in terms of finances. It has costed in terms of shaping up the me, in terms of shaping up my character. I tell people, ukikuwa mkubwa huwezi change. You cannot change a lot, but you can perfect on what you are weak on. So it has costed me. I have had to go back to school to learn nielewe hii kazi yenye nafanya apart from ni wito, yes, but inafanywa aje. So I have to pay the price in terms of also prayer. I have to connect so much with God so that nisifanye vitu zangu na Mungu hata haja approve. It has costed me separation from people. Like it's me and my God and my family. Yeah.
Because I tend to think sometimes you think, what you're called to do, as long as God has called you, it's cheap. Akikwambia tu come do this, ni wewe una show up na unaanza. God has called me, He'll give me the money immediately. But how you saying it is you've had to work your way.
Utalipa gharama ya maombi, utalipa gharama ya you lose a lot. You lose. There are even people who come, they will give even millions, but it is not from God. Maybe it has come to test you. Like there's a time I was praying for 2 months not to lose my reputation because I had found myself in a kafix and unashindwa utajitoa aje. And I was asking God, you told me this person ameniletea pesa and all that. And that's when I came to learn that not everything comes from God. So in a shape, as I grow, I'm growing older and wiser.
Where do you get all this money to do all these projects? Your projects are very expensive. You have kids in school, you feed kids every Sunday. You have so much you do. Where do you get the funds?
I get the funds from local partners. Personally, Rachel, I do not have an international partner. But what I do Nancy wa Muhindi. Me work so much with. I work and work with Indians. I've gained trust with the Indian community, and I can say most of my projects are funded by Indians. And I wish to say thank you to Shamsher Gilani if you watch this, and Divya Nitisha, Ravin Chauhan, and Rani Rachamnandi. Those
It's
people,
the
the four people
Yeah.
have really stood by my ministry. I can tell you, like Madam Tani, it's funded by 2 people,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Scan and Praveen. Praveen analeta unga ya uji, Scan
Yeah.
anapeana mkate kila Sunday, and it is very sustainable.
Yeah.
But also the other people who come on board and they say, Nancy, we will have to fund. So when they come and fund, we change because we give porridge and bread.
Yeah.
So when we get other partners, we give food. And currently we are setting up a drop-in center at the railways grounds. We'll be offering a free meal to the street persons and the most needy every day, 6:30 p.m. Hiyo ni supper. Yeah.
I love it. And I pray that it will go through.
Amen. It will. It will.
And it will be so successful.
Amen. It will. It will.
Maybe before you give your contacts for the partners who want to come on board, for the people who are listening, the women who are listening to you today, and they're ready to walk into their purpose and to become what God has called them to be, what would you tell them?
Be authentic. When God calls you, listen to the voice and obey. And be you. Most of the people who are fighting visions, they did not realize their own purpose on earth when they were young. And Rachel, it is very sad that we young people are fought by older people because they did not realize what they're supposed to do on earth. So ukikuwa na hiyo vision, usidhani ni smooth. Ati utaanza na ikuwe very smooth. You start, listen to God, and let it be the only voice you listen. Apart from kusikiza advices za watu huku nje, sikiza but don't follow what they usifuate sana, fuata ya Mungu. Because ukianza vision, sometimes even the people who come and help you, they try and divert you. Mimi nimeitwa nifanye kazi ya street children. Nimepata partner mwenye anafanya kazi ya widows, ananiambia niende nifanye kazi ya widows. Mimi sijaitwa huko. I'm not a widow. I don't even understand. Sorry to say so. Ama mtu mwingine amekuja amesema twende children. So that is not my calling. So when you start your vision, listen from God. And even when you have advisors on board, ensure those advisors do not divert you from the purpose of God. God will back you up. He will show you the way. He will connect you to the right people. Even when you do not have the right finances and the right people, God will always encourage you. He will give you a reason to continue. Because sometimes, Rachel, I continue even without finances. Kwa sababu ni kazi ya Mungu. Na Mungu lazima akusukume. Na hii safari ni ya kuenda ukulani. Mungu anakuonyesha hapa si vizuri. Ukifanya hivi na hivi, these are my ways.
I love it. Thank you so much, Nancy, for that. Oh, you've shared so much about your life. You literally poured to the people of this community. And we really appreciate you for that. For the people who would like to partner with you in any way to bring the sanitary towels to the girls in the streets, or to, buy food to 1 or 2 girls or boys, anyone in the streets. Do you have a contact?
Yes, we have a contact. And thanks in advance as you wish to partner with us. You can donate clothes, you can donate shoes, you can donate foodstuffs. You can come and give children a hug on Sunday. You can come and smile to them. That is also help. You can also support. We have a contact 0719 717 428. 0719 717 428. When you text on WhatsApp, it's a business number. It will share to you our vision and mission, and you'll be able to understand what we do. Thank you.
Asante sana.
Thank you, Rachel.
That has been great.
Thank you.
You had mentioned about your website.
Yes. Our website is www.riazandoflove.org. www.riazandoflove.org.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much
for being with us at this episode.
Thank you.
So that has been nice. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've had such an amazing time. I hope that you've gotten to pick something from today's conversation. I hope that you're encouraged, you're ready to go for what you desire. Imagine me today in studio. Amen. In studio, the Edified Studios, we've had a woman, 26 years, who's doing all this. Now, surely, what is stopping you from doing what exactly you know you want to do and you're called to do. So go for it. Imagine for her, she was called to go feed 500 kids. Temata kubana transport ya kwenda. You see the irony? But whatever it is that you want to do, keep going. You'll get everything that you need as you go. So God bless you so much. Now, if you'd like, we have our WhatsApp channel. If you'd like to join the channel, text on our number, which is 011 29 00 940. 011 29 00 940. Buy our merchandise as well. We have cups, we have notebooks, everything at Edified Woman, and you'll be able, you will be able to support our channel. All right, God bless you. Do have an amazing rest of the week. We'll see you next week on another episode. Until then, share the episode with other people so that they get blessed as well. Bye bye.